Hey everybody, and welcome back to the video. Today we're taking a look at a 360 Slim. So console works perfectly fine. At least I think it works perfectly fine. If we power it on, it should boot to dash. Yes it does, and there you see. So you're probably wondering, what are these 5 packages here? So a few videos ago you watched me try to make a zero fuse console and I failed miserably. I didn't want to give up, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 different XC GPUs from 5 different sellers. None verified if they were zero fuse or not. And the plan today is to put this guy over here through, I guess, 10 or 11 cycles to see if I indeed can zero fuse it. So I think the plan is, what I want to do is, I'll take it apart, I'll RGH3 it, we'll get the CPU key, which will give us the KV and stuff like that, in case if this does work, or in case if it doesn't work. Either way, regardless, I'll get KV info for the DVD drive and stuff. We'll put on hopefully 1, maximum 5 XC GPUs. We'll keep it on RGH3 and we'll keep booting Zell to see if any are zero fuses. Hopefully we'll get one. If we don't, we'll waste, I guess, 10 or 11 cycles to not get one, but that's the plan for today. So I'll put you up, we'll take it apart, we'll RGH it, put it on the Achi a bunch of times, remove, clean, replace, and we'll see where it takes us. So buckle up and welcome along to the journey.
And while we do that, I would like to say thank you to today's sponsor, PCBWay, the premier destination for top quality printed circuit boards. In a short span, PCBWay has become the go-to choice for seamless online ordering, rapid prototyping, and unparalleled customization. From hobbyists like myself to industry leaders, PCBWay has earned the trust through its commitment to precision and reliability. Cutting-edge technology and a skilled team ensure that every PCB meets the highest standards. Beyond circuits, PCBWay fosters a vibrant community of creators, turning ideas into reality. Join the innovation wave with PCBWay, where quality meets ingenuity.
Alright, so we got a few things going on here. I got my console taken apart. So if you saw in the time lapse, that was a Corona I took apart, and I didn't Corona 4 gig. And I didn't want to do that, so I took apart another glossy console, and it's a Trinity. So Trinity? And Trinity, as you know. First time I've ever seen one of these. If you don't know what this is a Hitachi drive. Usually I see D4S or D5S. Never seen a Hitachi drive, so that's cool, I guess. I already read the NANDs, so they're here. I did a quick dirty wiring just to pull my CPU key. And if we power it on, let's see how long it takes to boot. And we're done, that's it. So I'll pull my CPU key, which is why I have my Ethernet tied in. Once we do that, we'll continue to take it apart and we'll put it on the Achi next. Alright, first XC GPU's on, so right over there. I think this is as far as I'm willing to put it together for now. Right, we just want to, I guess, see if it turns on. I already rewired the RGH, so it's good. Let's put it like that. I don't know. These things always make me a bit nervous. I guess as long as we don't get yellow light, a red dot, that's a plus. getting forever blinking green, which is not a plus. Why would we be getting that? I don't know. Oh, wrong one. I wonder if it's my wiring. Oh, stop it. Come on. That's my button I'm pressing. Not booting anything yet. Let me check the wiring and we'll get back. Okay, so I think number one is dead. Powered on. You can't hear it, but it's click, 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 over and over, which to me signifies that it don't work because it was booting Zell with the original one. So I think this one is dead. So I guess on to CPU number 2. I'm not gonna bore you guys with showing you how I do it. I'm just gonna pop another one on and we'll come back once it's back together, I guess. Alright, and here we are with number 2. Let's see if this one will turn on. Unless I'm doing something wrong with the NAND related stuff. Maybe I have to write something differently. But as far as I'm aware, it's always been Zell will boot if it is RGHable. This one's doing the same thing. It's just blinking forever. Okay, I had added a resistor, the 3K or whatever, to the bottom. Don't know if that made a difference or not. It isn't clicking like the last one, but it's also not turning on. We're just getting a static green light. Sounds normal to me. But nothing is happening. Let me take a look at my wiring. Maybe I did something wrong down there. I don't know. Okay, so console 2, I ended up writing a donor NAND in case if it was that. Here's my wires. Wrote a donor, created a donor recovery NAND. Wrote Zell on top of that, but we're still doing the same thing. We're just glitching forever. So I guess so far we're 0 for 2. So the first one kept clicking when I turned it on. This one doesn't do that. This one sounds normal, but it's not booting. So I guess we're gonna move on to number 3, and maybe at some point we'll get at least a Zell. So on to that one next. Okay, we're back with number 3. I think right now a win would even be getting it to boot Zell, because as you see, the first 2 haven't even done that yet. So let's put on the fan and the heatsink and see what happens. I did this one differently, so before I put it on, as you see, I didn't remove the XC GPU. The IHS, I left it on. I don't know if that made a difference or not, but the other 2 I removed it, so I don't know. You know, this is where superstitions kick in. This one booted. Maybe it did make a difference. I doubt this is a 0 fuse, but one can have hopes and dreams. Come on, baby. Show me a CPU before you overheat. Boom! 0 fuse. Oh shit, we did it. Oh goddamn. Gosh darn it. 3 CPUs in and I did it. Wow. I didn't expect that at all, to be honest with you. That's what's up. I don't know where to go from here, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, let me collect my thoughts and we'll come back to this. Okay, so after figuring out myself, I put back the NAND header. You saw me create a zero fuse NAND using all the original stuff, and I guess if we boot, it should boot Zell without wiring. And there it goes. It did boot Zell. Wow, can't believe it. I did it. I did the thing. I wish I would have deleted this one now, because it's kind of a pain in the ass to delit it off the board. But we did the thing, and we got the zero fuse. I wonder what went wrong with the first two. They might have just been bad. I don't know. Makes me want to go back and try those again on a different console. But CPU key 000. Let's go. And if we power it off, I did write the 17599 dev NAND, so I don't know why sometimes this thing bugs out, but if it, it's the power board. It's not me or the console. I might try to delete this one on the on the board. It doesn't want to cooperate to boot the dash. There we go. And there we go. Booting 17599. Bam. Okay, so before I get too excited, what I need to do is I need to try to delete this. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I need to clean it, ultrasonic it, and then we'll come back. But I think I have another Trinity laying around somewhere, and I still have 2 more XC GPUs to go. So I think I'm going to continue along, put this one to the side, and slap those 2 on another Trinity if I can find it, and continue on the process. So yeah. Okay, so we're moving on to a second Slim, because the first one, as you saw, is zero fuse, 3 in, so 2 left. This one powers on. It has a weird eject thing, but I could care less about that right now. And it boots to the dash, which is good. So same process here. I'm gonna skip all of it because you saw me do it before. Take it apart, RGH3 it, save the CPU key for the original KV, put on an XC GPU, keep it as RGH3, boot Zell, hopefully zero fuse. If not, remove, boot Zell, hopefully zero fuse. If not, put back original. Maybe I'll reball the 2 that you see sitting on my thing in case if I did something wrong, and maybe we'll get a second one, maybe we won't. I'm just being greedy at this point, but why not? Alright, so we got number 4 on. Floated it back on, put back on the IHS. It's still wired up. I forgot to remove the wires when I removed the chip, so, but I touched them up, so hopefully that shouldn't be a problem. Power it on. Instant red light. That's no good. We're getting, how do I do this? 0, 0, 0, 3. Hold on. 0, 0, 3, 3. I believe that's a GPU related issue. That would be the last thing I did, so let's find out together. Yeah, so 0033 is VMem related, which I'm gonna take a guess and say it's something to do with the XC GPU, because that was the last thing we did. So I'm gonna not worry about this one and move on to the last one, I guess. And here we are with the final XC GPU, so there she is. I guess if one works, you know, we kind of made back from 3 not working. Let's see if, I mean, if this one even boots retail, that'd be nice. But so far it's been 0, 0, let's see. The 0033 is a real deal error code. I thought we were full of shit with this one, but we're not. Okay, so I need to figure out, I don't have RGH3 wiring on this yet. Let me put that and then we'll see what happens. Right, so we did a few things. I RGH'd it, and I believe this cap is the one that is the VMem stuff. So let's see if I changed anything. If you saw in the first part, I tape off the caps with high heat temp tape for that reason. This one's going to be doing that thing also. I can hear it glitching. So far we got one working. We had this one that is no glitch. This one that the fan clicks when I do the thing. And this one, which probably isn't really a 0033. I could probably try this one again as we fix that cap. See if it works. But so far it looks like we're 1 for 4, which kind of sucks because one would hope that we can do something with these, but it doesn't seem like it. I'll add a resistor that we normally do for Trinities, but I don't think that's going to fix it here. So I ended up messing around a little longer. NANDs, created donor NAND, donor ECC, all that fun stuff. It's doing the same thing that the other one was doing, where it's just glitching infinitely, never boots Zell. So I think I'm going to leave it here. At least we got one good chip. The other 4 are mixed bags. So this one blinks infinitely. This one clicks when I turn on. So like, if you listen to the fan every 4-ish seconds, you'll hear it kind of reset itself. This one does it over and over and over hella fast. This one does the same thing as that one, where it just every 4 seconds it resets the glitch and never boots. This one's 0033, but now we know that it's probably not a 0033. Like I mentioned, it was probably the VMEM cap that I replaced over here. But we got one working on the other board, so I think we're good here. Maybe I'll insert a clip here if I do test the 0033, and if I don't, we'll never know. But next up is, like I mentioned, this one is the working board. I gotta take it apart. I gotta delid it, clean it up, chuck it in the ultrasonic, and put it back together, and we'll come back once we do all of that fun stuff to it. And here we are with the final product put back all together. So it's the glassy Trinity, like I mentioned. So I couldn't test the 4th one again because it's gonna be hard to see, but basically what happened was this board went through a lot of flow cycles and a bunch of pads started to deteriorate, and now they're just one giant pad. If you hopefully you can make it out, like over here, they're all starting to combine because it's like 8 reflows later. As you see, the capacitor that I changed on the last one I was testing. So unfortunately I gave up for now. But if we boot this bad boy, it should boot up cell over here, if my input's correct. And you'll see that it is indeed Mr. Zero Fuse. I did delid it. I used an ultrasonic cleaner and it's repasted and all that. If you use the delid tool, I'm trying to find mine. If you use the delid tool for the PS3, it works perfectly fine for this. So as you see, a whole lot of zeros. And of course, we can also boot the dash. But yeah, if you have a PS3 delid tool, I'll leave a link to it down below, that you use to delid cells. It works perfectly fine for the 360 Slim. You can literally stick it in around the corners and delid it instead of using like a razor or something like that. So that works if you do this often, and there we go. So yeah, there's a final product. Super happy that I found one of these, even though it took me forever. And yeah, if you thought this was fun, interesting, useful, leave a comment down below. Unfortunately, I can't leave a link to the place I bought it from because it's not reliable enough, right? Just because I got one doesn't mean you'll get one, and doesn't mean I'll get one in the future. So there's no point of doing that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. See ya.